Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ESL Easy English. I'm your host, James, and today we have a very special guest joining us. She's a regular here and a fantastic English speaker. Please give a warm welcome to Alison.
Hi, James. It's great to be back.
Alison, it's always a pleasure. Today we're going to have a relaxed conversation about something we all have, our weekend routines. For our viewers, this is a great opportunity to hear natural English, pick up some new vocabulary, and understand how we talk about our daily and weekly activities.
That sounds like a perfect topic for a Saturday morning chat, James. I'm ready.
So, Alison, let's dive right in. What does a typical Saturday morning look like for you? Do you usually wake up early, or do you like to sleep in a bit on the weekends?
Well, I'm definitely not a morning person during the week, so I do enjoy sleeping in a little on Saturdays. I usually set my alarm for around 8:30 a.m. It's not super late, but it's a nice change from my weekday alarm, which is usually at 6:30 a.m.
Oh, 6:30 a.m. is quite early. So 8:30 a.m. sounds like a real luxury. What do you do right after you wake up? Do you jump out of bed and start your day? Or do you have a little routine before you get going?
I definitely have a little routine. The first thing I do, even before I get out of bed, is I reach for my phone. I know it's not the healthiest habit, but I usually check my notifications, see if there are any urgent messages, and maybe scroll through social media for a few minutes. It's a way for me to ease into the day.
That's very common, I think. Many people do that. After the phone check, what's next? Do you head straight to the kitchen for coffee or tea?
Absolutely. Coffee's essential for me. So I'll get out of bed, maybe do a quick stretch, and then head straight to the kitchen to make my coffee. I usually have a black coffee, no sugar, no milk. How about you, James? What's your Saturday morning ritual?
For me, it's pretty similar. I also like to sleep in a bit, maybe until 8 a.m. And yes, coffee is also my first priority. I'm a bit of a coffee snob, I suppose. I have a French press and I like to grind my own beans. It's a small ritual that I enjoy. After coffee, I usually sit down with a book or read the news online.
That sounds very peaceful, James. I can imagine you sitting by a window with your coffee and a good book.
It is. So, after coffee and perhaps some reading, what does your Saturday typically involve? Are you someone who likes to get errands done, or do you prefer to relax?
It really depends on the week, but generally I try to get some errands done on Saturday mornings. Things like grocery shopping, picking up dry cleaning, or going to the post office. I like to get those out of the way so I can have the rest of the weekend free for more enjoyable activities.
That's a very practical approach. So, you tackle the chores first? And how long does that usually take?
Usually, grocery shopping takes the longest, maybe an hour and a half if the supermarket is busy. The other errands are quicker, so I'd say I'm usually done with my errands by around lunchtime, maybe 1 p.m.
And then what happens at lunchtime? Do you cook something special or grab something quick?
If I've been grocery shopping, I might make a nice lunch at home with some of the fresh ingredients I bought. If I'm out and about, I might grab a sandwich or a salad from a cafe. It really varies.
That makes sense. So, after lunch, what does your typical Saturday afternoon look like?
This is usually when I dedicate time to my hobbies or social activities. I might meet up with friends for a coffee or a walk in the park. Sometimes I'll go to a museum or an art gallery if there's an exhibition I'm interested in, Or, if I'm feeling more introverted, I might just stay home and watch a movie or do some gardening.
Gardening, that's lovely. Do you have a big garden?
It's not huge, but it's a nice size. I enjoy spending time outdoors tending to my plants. It's very therapeutic.
I can imagine. So it sounds like your Saturdays are a good balance of productivity and relaxation. What about your evenings? Do you usually go out or stay in?
Evenings on Saturdays are often about socializing. I might go out for dinner with friends or family, or sometimes we'll have a game night at someone's house. If I'm not socializing, I might go to the cinema or attend a concert if there's something I want to see.
Sounds like you have a very active social life on Saturdays.
I do enjoy it. It's a nice way to unwind and connect with people after a busy week.
And what about Sundays? Do you have a different routine for Sundays or is it similar to Saturdays?
Sundays are usually a bit more relaxed for me. I tend to wake up a little later on Sundays, maybe around 9 a.m. The morning is usually dedicated to a slower pace.
So, no rushing around on Sundays?
Definitely not. I'll make my coffee and then I like to have a leisurely breakfast. Sometimes I'll bake something like pancakes or muffins, especially if I have friends coming over later.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Baking on a Sunday morning.
It's a nice way to start the day. After breakfast, I might go for a long walk, perhaps in nature or visit a local market. I find that Sundays are a good day for reflection and enjoying simple pleasures.
That's a wonderful way to put it. So, after your leisurely morning and perhaps a walk, what does your Sunday afternoon usually entail?
Sundays are often family focused for me. I'll usually visit my parents or have them over for lunch. We'll have a nice meal together, chat, and catch up. It's a tradition that I really cherish.
That's lovely, Allison. Family time is so important.
It really is. It's a grounding experience for me. And in the late afternoon, before the week begins again, I like to prepare for the week ahead.
Ah, the Sunday preparation. What does that involve?
It's not anything too strenuous. I'll usually plan my meals for the week, lay out my clothes for Monday, and maybe do a quick tidy up of my apartment. It helps me feel organized and less stressed when Monday morning arrives.
That's a very smart strategy. I should probably adopt that more consistently. My Monday mornings can be a bit chaotic sometimes.
It makes a big difference, James. Even just 30 minutes of preparation on Sunday evening can save you a lot of time and stress during the week.
I'll definitely try to implement that. So, after your Sunday preparations, how do you wind down for the evening?
I usually have a quiet evening. I might read a book, watch a documentary, or listen to a podcast. I try to avoid screens too much in the hour before bed, so I'll often have a cup of herbal tea and just relax.
That sounds like a perfect way to end the weekend. A calm and peaceful transition into the new week.
Exactly. It's all about recharging and setting a positive tone for the week ahead. Now, James, I've been doing all the talking. What about your weekend routine? I know you're quite active.
Well, my weekends are a bit different, but I enjoy them just as much. Like you, I like to sleep in a little on Saturday, maybe until 8 a.m. The first thing I do is make my French press coffee, as I mentioned, and then I'll sit down and read the news or a book.
So, a peaceful start for you, too.
Yes, a peaceful start. After that, my Saturdays tend to get a bit more energetic. I'm very keen on cycling, so usually on Saturday mornings, I'll go for a long bike ride. Depending on the weather, I might cycle for 2 or 3 hours.
Wow, 2 or 3 hours. That's quite an endurance. Where do you usually go cycling?
I have a few favorite routes. Sometimes I'll go out into the countryside, explore some new trails. Other times I'll cycle along the river, which is a beautiful path. It's a great way to clear my head and get some exercise.
I can see how that would be very refreshing. So, after your cycling adventure, what do you do?
After a long ride, I'm usually quite hungry. So lunchtime is important. I might make myself a big, hearty meal at home. Something with plenty of protein to refuel.
And what about your Saturday afternoons and evenings? Are you more of a homebody or do you go out?
It varies. Sometimes after cycling, I'll meet up with friends for a casual lunch or a drink. Other times, I might spend the afternoon working on a personal project. I'm learning to play the guitar, so I'll dedicate some time to practicing.
That's fantastic. How's the guitar learning going?
It's challenging, but very rewarding. There are days when I feel like I'm making great progress, and then there are days when it feels like I'm stuck. But I'm enjoying the process.
I can imagine. So, Saturday evenings?
Saturday evenings are often for socializing too. I might go out to a restaurant with friends, or sometimes we'll have a movie night at home. I also enjoy going to live music venues if there's a band playing that I like.
Sounds like a good mix of activities. And Sundays?
Sundays are generally more about relaxation and preparing for the week. I'll wake up a bit later, around 9 a.m., and start with my coffee and some quiet reading.
So, similar to Saturdays in the morning, but then your afternoons diverge?
Yes. On Sundays, I tend to do more chores around the house, things like laundry, cleaning, and tidying up. I like to have my living space organized before the week begins.
I understand that. It creates a sense of calm.
Exactly. And then in the afternoon, I might do some meal prepping for the week. Similar to your Sunday preparation, it saves me a lot of time during the busy weekdays.
That's a great habit to have.
It is. And then for the rest of the afternoon, I might read, watch a documentary, or sometimes I'll visit a local park for a stroll. It's a more laid back pace than Saturday.
And your Sunday evenings?
Sunday evenings are definitely about winding down. I'll have a light dinner, perhaps a soup or a salad, and then I'll try to relax. I might listen to some calming music, do some light stretching, or read. I try to get to bed at a reasonable hour to be ready for Monday. It sounds like we both have a good system for our weekends, Allison. A balance of activity, relaxation, and preparation.
I think so too, James. It's important to have routines that help us recharge and enjoy our time off.
Absolutely. And for our viewers, I hope you found this conversation helpful. We've used a lot of vocabulary related to routines, hobbies, and daily activities. For example, we talked about sleeping in, waking up early, and
Setting an alarm, reaching for your phone, easing into the day,
making coffee/tea, grinding beans,
reading the news/a book, getting errands done, grocery shopping,
picking up dry cleaning, going to the post office, tackling chores,
grabbing something quick, making a nice lunch, meeting up with friends,
going for a walk, visiting a museum/art gallery, and
staying home, watching a movie,
gardening,
going out for dinner, having a game night,
going to the cinema, attending a concert,
enjoying simple pleasures, reflecting,
preparing for the week ahead,
planning meals,
laying out clothes,
tidying up, feeling organized,
recharging, cycling, exploring new trails,
clearing your head, refueling,
working on a personal project,
learning a new skill,
going to live music venues,
doing laundry, cleaning,
tidying up,
meal prepping, having a stroll,
winding down,
having a light dinner, listening to calming music.
getting to bed at a reasonable hour. I encourage you all to think about your own weekend routines and try to describe them using some of these phrases. You can even write them down in the comments below.
That's a great idea, James. It's a fantastic way to practice your English.
Exactly. And if you have any questions about the vocabulary we used, or if you want to share your own weekend routine in more detail, please leave a comment. We love to hear from you.
We really do. Your feedback helps us create content that's useful and engaging for all of you.
So, Allison, thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure as always.
Thank you, James. It was fun. I always enjoy our chats.
And thank you to all our viewers for tuning in to ESL Easy English. We hope you enjoyed this conversation about weekend routines. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to our channel for more English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing and we'll see you soon.